Alright, hi everyone. So welcome to the first lesson for this semester. Yeah, this is just a very quick and short briefing video before you move on to the real first lesson. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to note some important thing if let's say you missed out the message in the team, especially for S3 students. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat the learning mode of the class because yeah, I guess that you should be quite familiar with the learning style in this classroom. So it's just some minor changes. So yeah, I wish to just repeat it here so that you are aware of it. So yeah, some things that we changed in this semester is that for the assignment part, I hope that you can try to scan all your works and compile in one PDF. Instead of like just take the picture and after that upload in the format of image, because by doing that then you have a limited files that you can actually upload it. So that's why it will be easier that and the works will be clearer for me as well if let's say you try to scan and compile everything in one PDF file. So I will be able to check through everything. Okay, then the second thing is the consultation hour for S3 class. Yeah, for M1, I guess you already know. So for S3 is going to be Wednesday 1 p.m. Alright, so we'll start on next Wednesday. Then something that I put in new is the Q&A channel in the team. So you can see that there's different channel with different topics. Yeah, renaming. So that's the channel that hopefully we can use to ask question and the platform for me to answer question. So everyone is aware of what kind of question that your friend is asking. So hopefully this will ease the process of like to prevent that I have repeating question in my personal chat, and also to help each other and to support each other in this channel. So accept me yeah, among you guys that you think you have a solution for your friends question, so feel free to answer your friends and you can also discuss in the channel as well. But yeah, I mean, of course, don't worry about to ask me question in personal chat. I'll be happy to help also. Okay, so yeah, in the previous semester we have actually covered the whole syllabus for Pure Max 3, so there are the 9 chapters. So I have actually revised the past year paper in our drive as well. So I have removed the P1 and S1 paper, and I have added in the past year paper for Pure Max 3 from 2016 to 2020. So that's why yeah, after you actually study all this, then now I think you can start your revision on P3 already, because I guess that compared to your P1 S1, actually P3 and M1 is something that quite new for you compared to the previous one, which majority of it especially in P1 you have already learned it in IGCSE, but for P3 it's going to be much more harder. Okay, so yeah, just a reminder. So basically the weightage for your Pure Max 3 is similar to your Pure Max 1. So you have a paper for 1 hour 50 minutes, so 75 marks with 9 to 11 question. So this will actually made up the 30% of your A level. So it's the same thing like your Pure Max 3, Pure Max 1, which is 30% as well. Okay, so in this semester we are going to move on to the next paper, which is the paper 4, which is Mechanics 1. So for Mechanics 1, we have only 5 chapters. So these are the 5 chapters as you can see. But as we move on, I'll kind of reshuffle the topics based on the suggestions and also the textbook itself. So that's why we will actually start from chapter 2, which we talk about kinematics of motion in a straight line, which involve you will learn about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. So what is a VT graph, ST graph, and also some formula to help you to get the answer. So basically in this chapter, we are only talking about the kinematic of the motion. So we do not actually touch about the part where what is the reason that caused the motion. Okay, so basically we are just finding about the element about the motion itself. So if let's say we are talking about the forces that actually cause that motion, we are going to look at the chapter 1 here. Okay, so which will talk about forces and equilibrium. So you will use some concept that you have learned previously in vector, then under this chapter also you will have one formula which we discuss about friction. Okay, then after that we'll move on to the topic 3 here, which is momentum. So this is a pretty short chapter which will discuss the formula of momentum equal to mv. Okay, so yeah, it's a very short chapter for topic 3. So for chapter 4, we are looking at three Newton's laws of motion. So you will use the Newton's law to help you to solve the questions that might be involving things like string, pulleys, and so on. Okay, then after that, chapter 5, we are going to talk about energy, work done, and power. So energy including things like potential energy, kinetic energy, and so on. Okay, so yeah, actually compared to S2 syllabus, M1 is relatively shorter. Yeah, so hopefully we can finish everything on time, then we can have some time to do revision together in the classroom and so on. Okay, so for mechanics 1, the wattage is roughly the same like your S1, which means your statistic 1. So the paper is also 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so which the full marks is 50 marks, made up of 6 to 8 questions. All right, so it's going to contribute 20% of your A level. Okay, so P1, P3, 30, 30, and after that S1, M1 is going to be 20, 20. Okay, so that's the whole idea for mechanics. So yeah, you are going to look at the real first lesson in the video in the next video in the playlist. All right, so that's the part for briefing. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me, just approach me personally. All right, thank you.